welcome to the Cruise Show. I'm Carly and this is John. Well, how would you like to be going on a cruise holiday this summer or autumn on board one of the biggest ships in the world, visiting some fantastic destinations? Well, if the answer is yes, then stay tuned, because today we are cruising with Royal Caribbean International, and they know exactly what they're doing. There is so much going on board, and to tempt you further, we have got low deposits of just £25 per person to secure your cruise today. And to tell us a little bit more about Royal Caribbean International, it's the cruise man himself, Mr. John Cooper.
Thanks so much indeed, Carly. Well, Royal Caribbean International, they just do it so right. It's as if someone's made a list of what they want to do on holiday, and Royal Caribbean have gone ahead and built it. Things like rock climbing walls, things like ice rinks, things like surfing pools, things like mini golf. Yeah, it's all the sort of things that when you're going on a family holiday, it's the sort of thing you do. You want glamorous shows, you've got them. You want fun places to eat, you've got them. You want some glamorous places to eat, you've got them. It's all about what you want to do. If you want to watch the movies of a night as you cruise along, you can do. This is what life is all about. It's about enjoying yourself. You work hard, and when you see the value for money a cruise holiday costs with Royal Caribbean International, you'll get it. Because when you compare it to a land-based holiday, when you compare it to how much it would cost to go to somewhere, I don't know, in Spain or Greece, somewhere like that, what you're paying for daily, but it's included in the price on a Royal Caribbean cruise, including the ice cream. Oh, it's incredible. Stay around for the next half hour. Don't go anywhere. To be honest with you, I don't think you can afford to, because we've got some great deals coming your way.
We really have, and this first one, we are taking you to the Canary Islands in September on board the Independence of the Seas. So let's join John for a little look around.
So this is the Royal Promenade. You've got everything here from a Ben & Jerry's, and you never stay in that stateroom up there. You get free Ben & Jerry's ice cream all time long. And then we've got the cafe, we've got shops and entertainment. There's even a pie shop. So I'll pop in here, so if you get here and there's none, you know where's all the pies. So here we are, just arrived on board, and where are we? Well, it's the law of the sea, isn't it? Bit of rabbit food, not too much. Oh, this looks lovely. There's so much choice, isn't there? So much choice. Oh, I'll have some of that. Oh, some tomato. Oh, onion. Love a bit of onion. Look at the hams and the cheeses. That's me done. If you really want to treat yourself while you're on holiday, why don't you pop into Chops Grill? The steak and seafood here are absolutely incredible, and you'll just love it. There's tables for families or couples. It's whatever you want, but I know one thing you will want. You want a really juicy steak, and you'll get one. When it comes to accommodation, there's lots to choose from. Now this is the Royal Suite, and I can't promise you that all rooms are going to be like this, with things like their own bar, their own, well, lounge area that's bigger than my lounge at home, bedroom through there with ensuite, of course, and a grand piano. Yeah, I just can't believe it. This is just fantastic.
John, do you know the piano's on my foot?
You hum it, I'll play it. Well, if you're staying in the Royal Suite and you're wondering, is there going to be enough space to hang all my clothes? Well, this is the walk-in wardrobe. I mean to say, there's enough for all my stuff here, and a couple of guests as well. When you've had a hard day at the water park and you're a bit hot and bothered, what's the best thing you can actually do? Well, how about coming to one of these sprinkles? The thing is, It's ice cream and you help yourself and it's free. Now that's dangerous. I'll be back in a while for more. Well, you've caught me. I'm in the solarium area, just relaxing and taking it in and checking the compass to find out what's to do on the ship. And there's so much to do. Do you know what? There's so much to do. I think I'll just be busy doing nothing. But that's what cruise holidays are about. Your way, especially on the independence of the seas. Well, everybody's got the 15 minutes worth in them, haven't they? And this is your chance as well. It's the on-air studio. It's a karaoke lounge and it gets seen around the ship. My chance. Do you know, I'd love to have been a fly on the wall in the room when someone at Royal Caribbean International's HQ suggested they put an ice rink on a ship. Well, obviously that wouldn't work. Well, maybe it would. Now, the thing is, you can learn to skate here, or you can just sit back and watch the shows on ice. It's spectacular. So here we are on the Independence of the Seas. It is one of the biggest, funnest ships to sail out of the UK. When it's full, it has just over 3,500 people on board. But you know what? You wouldn't know that by the space around the decks. Do you know there's 22 different bars and places to mingle of an evening? It's like a floating holiday resort. Yes, there are hot tubs, there's swimming pools, there's the movies which you can see, there's jogging tracks, there's mini golf, there's the flow rider, there's the theatre. Need I say more? There is so much going on, and the food is incredible as well, from the Windjammer to the main restaurant, which is like a fine dining experience in itself. Do you know, when you think what's involved in a Royal Caribbean International holiday, and you look at the Independence of the Seas, it's a holiday you should really think about taking. I love it, and I think you will do too.
Do you see what I mean about what's included in the price of the holiday? There really is incredible when you compare it to a land-based holiday. Now, this is going on the Independence of the Seas to the Canary Islands on the 16th of September for 14 nights. We're going to be cruising out from Southampton, so you just turn up in Southampton, they take your luggage off you, you saunter on board, their luggage will just appear at your stateroom, and then you'll go to the buffet. It's the law of the sea. And then we're going to cruise out from Southampton. Our first port of call is Vigo in Spain. Vigo is lovely. It's a fishing port, but it's more than that as well. And where the ship pulls in, it's right in the heart of the city centre. The wine tasting around there too is gorgeous too. Then we're into Lisbon, and once again where the ship pulls in, it's right in the centre of Lisbon. Go on one of those hop on hop off tour buses, go see all the 7 hills of Lisbon, lovely. Then we're into Cadiz. From Cadiz you can do the Sherry Triangle, which sounds lovely to me. Or you can go to Seville for the day from there as well. Cadiz is lovely too. Then we're down to the Canary Islands, Lanzarote with its volcanic landscape, and the beaches there are gorgeous. The lagoon at Arrecife you're going to love. Then we're into Gran Canaria. The beaches here at Maspalomas are lovely. Maybe go to Porto Morgan, a lovely little fishing port, have some lunch there. Then we're into Tenerife, go to Mount Tidi, the highest point in Spain. Maybe around a Golf, at Golf del Sur, or maybe go to the Loro Park, the Parrot Park there. That's lovely too. You'll really enjoy that. Then to La Palma. Oh, La Isla de Bonita Riverde, the green and pretty island. The whole island is a national park. It's incredible. Then we're back via Madeira. Madeira is lovely. You're going to love Funchal. It's a lovely city centre as well. And the fauna, the bougainvillea there, gorgeous. Then to Spain again, to La Coruña. This is where you can go to Santiago de Compostela for the day. Do a little bit of a pilgrimage there. Or see the lighthouse at La Coruña. It's the oldest lighthouse in Europe. It's incredible. All that and back to Southampton for just 1,349. Remember what's included in your fare. There's all your meals and a choice of meals. If you want buffet, if you want waiter serviced, it's your choice, and it doesn't cost any extra, any of those. There are some other, extra restaurants which if you want to choose to, you can go to them. Then there's the wonderful shows. The West End. Last year when I was on, the main show was Grease with a full orchestra and a full cast. It was a West End production of it. I mean, to go to one of those shows, they're about 85 quid. It's included in the price. You saw the ice rink. How much does it cost to go to an ice rink? It's included. The ice cream for the kids. Dad, Mum, can I have an ice cream? Included in the price. And you can get on board right now for just £25 per person deposit. £25! And it's yours! I wouldn't hang around with this one. I seriously wouldn't. There's the number on the bottom of the screen. If you want it, come and grab it.
Absolutely, and I think this is a great way of getting the summer extended, isn't it? The British summer will just be coming to an end and you can be heading off for 2 weeks in the Canary Islands on board that fantastic ship. So what are you waiting for? £25 per person deposit? Get yourself on this cruise. Let's have a little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton and heading for Vigo, this lovely fishing port. Maybe sample some fresh fish during your visit. Then we're on to Lisbon. Maybe get a picture of the stunning St George's Castle overlooking the city from the highest hill. Absolutely stunning. And then we're going to arrive into Cadiz. Maybe take a stroll around the old streets there or head to Seville and soak up the rich history. Then we're into Lanzarote. Maybe take a visit to one of the vineyards or perhaps Timofea National Park for amazing volcanic views before we arrive into Gran Canaria. Do you know what I'd do here? Spend a day relaxing on a lovely beach, why not? Then we're into Tenerife, where you could head up to Mount Tidy for those spectacular views, or maybe go to the Loro Park for a fun day out before we arrive into La Palma. Small and picturesque, and again some beautiful beaches for you to relax on. And then our final port of call is Madeira, the Garden Island, stunning. Take a jeep safari or maybe the cable car at Monte before we arrive into La Coruña, where you've got some great shopping opportunities and plenty of history as well, and all of that from fares of just £1349. What are you waiting for? £25 per person deposit. Get on the phone. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, we're going to move on now to a lovely itinerary, one I would say is a great taster cruise if you've never cruised before. And this is on board the Navigator of the Seas. So let's see what you can expect on this class of ship.
Well, the Navigator of the Seas, once again, it has got everything that you could possibly want on board. It's still got the free ice cream, by the way. There is the Royal Promenade. Do you know what? They have parties in there of an evening. They have like street parties, which is so much fun. They had a 70s party when I was on board. Everyone was singing and dancing. It was fun all the way. But that's what holidays are all about, isn't it? And then top deck, you've got the water parks for the kids. You've got the relaxing sunbeds for yourself. You've got everything you could possibly want on a holiday. You've certainly got the food you'll want on a holiday. And once again, whether it's burgers or pizzas or fast food, or if you want to go to the opulence of the main restaurant where waiters serve you, it's a la carte. Do you, what would you like, sir, madam? Thank you. Would you like a cup of coffee and tea afterwards with that? It's all included in the price. And then there's the shows. Well, they are absolutely stunning, West End style and standard as well. Some of the people who work on them have worked in the West End. That's the sort of quality that you're talking about. There's nothing being cut here, no corners being cut. You're getting the full Monty. Well, you're not the full Monty, to be honest with you. That is not on board, but they are great shows all the same. No, but the comfortableness of the accommodation as well. It's lovely. The whole thing is just stunningly beautiful. And there's so much included in the price, from the shows to the food to the entertainment that's happening around the day, the daytime experiences that they have. Isn't there one of those sunbeds with your name written all over it? I think it is, and it should be as well. This is a lovely holiday. We're going around Spain, France and Portugal. It's the 25th of August for 7 nights. We're going to be away for the August bank holiday. It's the last week of the English school holidays as well. We're going to cruise out from Southampton. Our first port of call is Le Havre, and Le Havre is lovely as well. And this is in the Normandy, so you go to the Normandy beaches, or maybe even to Paris for the day. Ooh la la! The Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe. Then we cruise into Lisbon, one of Europe's richest capitals. It is gorgeous, and there is so much to see. The April the 25th bridge is like the Golden Gate Bridge. It really is. You're going to go underneath it. Then we're into Vigo. Try and have a look here for the Calle de Pescadores. It's the Fisherman's Street, and it is lovely to taste all the fresh fish there as well. Great for shopping too. And then we're back into Southampton. Doesn't get any more high season than this. You're going to be away for the August bank holiday. It's the last week of the kids' holidays in England and Wales. $799. Well, I think that have a think how much you would pay. to go to a hotel, a good 4-star hotel, full board with all the kids clubs and all that sort of thing, all the bunting added in somewhere like Mallorca or Menorca or somewhere like that. Just see the value for money. And £25 per person deposit right now. If I was you, I'd get on the phone and get it, because bargains like this don't come sailing by that often at all.
Well, I said just before, this is like a taster cruise. If you've never cruised before, get yourself on this. 7 nights away, you get to experience what it's like on a Royal Caribbean international ship, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll be back for more. So let's have a little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton and heading for Le Havre. Now, if you've never been to Paris, you can visit this incredible city from here and see sights like the Eiffel Tower, Arc de Triomphe, the Notre Dame Cathedral, perhaps head up Montmartre to the Sacré-Cœur for some amazing views there. Or if you've been before, maybe go to Normandy or Honfleur or perhaps Rouen for the day. Then we're into Lisbon. The Portuguese capital's got a medieval feel and some great shopping opportunities, and the sail-in is also a highlight, so make sure you're out on deck with your camera. And then we're into Vigo, maybe sample some seafood in this delightful fishing port, or perhaps try a Segway tour. I could just see John zipping around on a Segway. And then we'll be sending you back into Southampton, and all of that from just $7.99 per person. And as John said, this is the 25th of August, that last week of the English school holidays. And if you're thinking, oh, I don't know about taking children on a cruise ship, I say go for it. There is so much for them to do on board. Believe me, they are not going to get bored. And if they're having a great time, so will you. So get yourself on the phone. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, this next itinerary, we are back on board the Independence of the Seas. So let's have a little look around.
Oh, yeah, the Indy. You know, so many people love the Indy, and you know what? It's not hard to know why. When you get on board, you've done it, you've seen it, you understand it. Do you know if you stay in that cabin there, just above Ben & Jerry's, you get free Ben & Jerry's ice cream all through your cruise. Then the thing, they won't tell you what cabin number it is either. That's
you need to find out for me, John.
I will have to go and sort that out. Yeah. Listen, once again, the food around it's just so good, and it's the quality. It's not the quantity. It's the quality that you'll find on board as well. You know, the waiter restaurants, the waiter service is really, really good. You know, when they come up to you and they give you the menu, and each day the menu changes. But there's also what they call the royal favourites. So there's always steak and there's always chicken. There's always pasta on there. So, you know, if the kids just like chicken, you know, they didn't just have chicken all the time. You know, we all know what kids are like. And this is great. And you know, what kid wouldn't like that? What kid wouldn't like that? And even the big kids like it, like me. I mean, you know, and there's the Flow Rider as well. There is so much to do. The mini golf. Do you cheat at mini golf?
No. Do you?
I'm not saying. There's the Flow Rider. You never heard our producer, he just said, yes, he does cheat. No, as if I would. As if. I just get very lucky when other people are looking. But, you know, once again, the quality, it's the quality around the ship as well. This is one of the lovely bars, the Schooner Bar, which is up. They do karaoke there. Look at the ice rink. They do ice shows, spectacular ice shows on there as well. And you know those shows on ice, they always cost a bit more, don't they? Do you know, you've got to hire the boots. You see, that's what it is. So here we go. It's the Independence of the Seas, a perennial favourite with Royal Caribbean International. And this is the Mediterranean highlights. We're going on the 30th of September. It's the first 2 weeks in October when the weather here is just turning. But you know what? I lived in the Mediterranean for about 10 years. For me, best time of year to go. The weather's still good and the crowds have gone. We're going to cruise out from Southampton. Our first port of call, the Costa del Sol, it's Malaga. And from Malaga, well, you go to Marbella for the day. Go to Marbs. It's great down there. Or, you know, Port Banús. Lovely. Then we're into Cartagena. Cartagena is absolutely fantastic. You love it there. They've got the Roman walls there as well, which are really interesting to look around. Then right across the Mediterranean into Civitavecchia. This is the port where you go to Rome for the day. Maybe go see the Colosseum. Maybe go see the Vatican, the Spanish Steps, throw a coin in the Trevi Fountain. Why not? Then we're up to the Italian coast and into Livorno. A lovely place. There's a great big shopping mall here, a designer shopping shopping mall, but you can also go to Florence or Pisa. And then we're into Toulon. There's a morning market here which you must go to. The beaches are really good, and it's a big naval port as well, so you see the great big naval ships. Absolutely fascinating. Then we're across to Gibraltar. A little bit of Britain. It's sterling here, pound sterling. It's duty free. There's a World Heritage Site and there's the apes as well. Lisbon is our next port of call. Once again, a major European capital city. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's going to really enjoy that. There is so much to enjoy in this cruise. The first 2 weeks in October. Do you know, the temperature around about that time is mid-70s in the Med. It's lovely. You know, that intense heat where, you know, you can't walk on the beaches because the sand's too hot and all that. That's all gone. It's just lovely and warm. 1149. 1149. Plus, remember, just 25 quid deposit seals it in for you. It seals the deal. And this is a deal that needs sealing. And I'll tell you what, when you consider, just think about what's included in the price here. We've included so much for you. You know, all your meals. There's the ocean, you know, the kids' clubs, you don't pay any extra for them. Nothing. There's the flow rider on board. There's the DreamWorks experience. There's the ice skating rink. There's the theatre shows. There's mini golf courses. You saw me having the all-you-can-eat ice cream. I had to sample that. You know,
well, of course,
to make sure it was true. Obviously, there's cinema screenings as well. There's the golf simulator, dance classes. Oh, you should see my Paso Doble. There's live music. There's an enrichment program as well. There's comedy shows, 24-hour snacks. You know, the sports courts, there's a sauna, a fitness centre, the inline skating, there's a library, of course. There's so much going on around the ship, all included. There's parades, the H2O zone, which is the water park for the kids. There's quizzes and table tennis. There's pool towels already, so you don't have to even do your thing. There's cooking demonstrations. There's tea and coffee filter, karaoke. Don't let me near that. And selected soft drinks. It is so much. Do you know when we say, you compare that to a hotel where, well, you know, there's 3 meals a day and, well, you'll have to bring your own towels. Don't take the pals to the pool. You know what it's like, don't you? Rules and regulations. No. John says yes, you have a good time. £25 deposit and you've got it booked. It's just £1,149. There's only one number you need. And that's the number right there.
It really is. You know, when you're looking for a holiday and you think, oh, what would we like to do when we're there? Maybe water parks, maybe shopping. All of these things are right there on board the ship. It really is a floating holiday resort, and you are going to have the time of your lives, I'm sure of it, especially on a fabulous itinerary like this. So let's have a little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sending you out from Southampton and heading for Malaga. When you get to Malaga, maybe visit the palace or the cathedral or relax on one of those lovely beaches for the day. Before we arrive into Cartagena, one of Spain's busiest commercial centres. It's got a beautiful castle and some lovely city walls to walk around as well. Then we're going to be arriving into Civitavecchia for Rome, of course. You've got the Trevi Fountain, the Vatican. Maybe head and find a gladiator at the Colosseum. And then we'll be arriving into Livorno. Now, of course, you could head for Florence for the day or perhaps head for the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Then we're into Toulon. You visit the old quarter with this ancient cathedral and moss-covered fountains. It really is beautiful. Before we arrive into Gibraltar, one of my favourite ports of call, you could head up the rock for those incredible views or perhaps inside the caves themselves. They are absolutely unbelievable. And then, of course, when you come out, you get to meet those cheeky Barbary apes. I do like them. Then we're into Lisbon, Portugal's capital. It's got a medieval feel, and the main square is a great spot for some lovely cuisine. And you could also do a 4x4 while you're there before we sail you back into Southampton. And all of that at fares of just £1,149 per person. So what are you waiting for? Get yourself on this fantastic itinerary on board that unbelievably spectacular ship.
And just a 25 quid deposit as well.
Exactly.
25 quid deposit. And you know why she likes Gibraltar, don't you? All the perfume shops.
Duty free.
Oh.
Yes, now you're talking.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Handbags.
We did. We came back with bags of stuff when myself and Matt went. We really did. Back onto the ship with all our shopping.
Told you.
It could be you. If you're a shopaholic as well, get yourself on this itinerary. 0800 655 6449. But it's now time for John's Quick Picks.
And we start off this time with the Independence of the Seas going to France and Spain on the 27th of May. It's another bank holiday sailing as well for 7 nights from Southampton to Le Havre, Paris, Cherbourg, Bilbao, Gijon, Spain, then back into Southampton. £699. £699. And remember, just a £25 deposit, it's secured for you. It's secured for you. 0800 655 6449 if you want it. If you're in the Republic of Ireland, it's 1800 80 55 00. Then we're on the Navigator of the Seas on the 8th of July for 14 nights. We're going from Southampton to Gibraltar to Villafranche, Venice, Ajaccio in Corsica, Cagliari, then to Palma, Mallorca, where we're going to get 2 days. Lovely. Malaga on the Costa del Sol, Cadiz in Spain before we come back into Southampton. 1449. What for 14 nights in the height of summer? £25 deposit right now. It's yours and secured. If you want to get your hands on it, you know the number to call. Then back on the Indy on the 20th of August for 13 nights, the last 2 weeks of the school holidays in England. From Southampton to Malaga, Cannes in the south of France, Barcelona, Palma, Mallorca, Cadiz in Spain, Lisbon in Portugal, Vigo in Spain, and back into Southampton. 1399. 1399 for 2 weeks away. You're going to really enjoy, and just £25 deposit if you book it right now.
Well, we've shown you just a handful today of the amazing itineraries that Royal Caribbean International have got on offer. If you'd like to know a little bit more about where else you could cruise to, then head to the website visioncruise.co.uk, or if you'd like to take the chance and get one of these low deposits on one of these itineraries, then get yourself on the phone 0800 655 6449. But from myself and from John, it's time for us to go.
Yeah, remember, just carry on cruising. See you soon.
You've been watching a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.